Hey guys, and welcome back to my home and kitchen. Tonight I am going to be making supper. It is that time of day, and I have my handy dandy notebook that if you don't have one in your home with a lot of recipes in it, then you're not cooking from scratch, and it's time to get one and fill it up like me. But I'm going to get into this tonight, and I'm going to make some rice and smoked sausage, and I'm going to have some corn on the cob, and I'm going to make some Mexican cornbread. And I thought it would just be something good that I could do a video on. This is the first time I've ever made Mexican cornbread, so we can learn this together. And so I've already got it in my book, and yeah, let's get to going. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and start with my cornbread. You see that I have my skillet. I've already put the grease in it, and I've preheated my oven, or it is preheating right now, to 400. In this recipe, it calls for 3 tablespoons of chopped onions and 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. And I'm going to leave that amount just as it is. And it says to put I guess it's about a tablespoon of butter. And you heat this in the microwave and you melt it and you get it really soft, these right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, anything that I'm doing or putting into this, it's just Larry and I, so I'm going to just do, less than normal. I will put the full recipe in the description below. You'll be able to have it. But it's just Larry and I don't think I want Mexican cornbread for the rest of the week, so we're going to just do it like this. Okay, so I'm preheating the oven, and I've got this oiled. If you can see this, I've got lard on it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the oven and let it get hot as well. So that's how I normally do anyway. So I've got, it calls for a cup of self-rising flour and a cup of cornmeal. Now I'm going to cut that in half. So I put a half a cup of cornmeal, half a cup of flour. This recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to do like a tablespoon and a half. And maybe not even that much. I'm not too crazy about a sweet cornbread, but let's just do maybe a tablespoon. And it also calls for a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to do a teaspoon of the garlic salt. And we're going to do a teaspoon of parsley. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And I'll be honest, we're going to go less on that. Okay. Maybe a half of a teaspoon. Okay. My onions and everything go in. Ooh, that glass is hot. And it calls for regular milk. I typically put buttermilk in my, let's do this first. I typically put buttermilk in my cornbread, and that's what I'm going to use. So, and an egg. Okay. And then we're going to put a little bit of milk. Well, it doesn't have a smell, but it does look. I'm going to put just a little bit more of the buttermilk. And then we're going to put that right here in this hot skillet. And that is going back in the oven. Hey guys, I got that in. We're going to bake that for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Typically, when I make cornbread, I put it at 425 and I bake it for about 20. But for this today, this Mexican cornbread that I'm making, be sure bake 400 for 30 minutes. I'm just about out of olive oil here. Okay, we're going to let that heat up a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to brown our sausage. And it's really bad to stick in this pan. This is not my favorite pan, but I'm going to be putting rice in here and a lid over it. So this is the one I'm using tonight. Okay, while this is sizzling up, I am going to get the pot. Okay. I'm getting these brown. A little bit burnt. I've got it on low, so I don't understand why. It's like it's this pan or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's this eye. Maybe it just burns water. But I've got the water on for the corn on the cob. The corn on the cob that I'm using tonight is the kind that we put back this summer from our garden, which is the Honey Select, and it is delicious. And all I really done was just froze it. I did can several cans of the corn pints. Larry loves to eat the corn and his green beans. Of course, you guys have seen me make that, I think, several times. So, okay. Put it down just a little bit more. Okay, guys, we are going to mix 3 3/4 cups of water. And then we're going to put the rice in here. It's actually a jambalaya mix. We'll just stir this around. Get it mixed up really well. And we're going to bring this back up to a boil. And I've got to turn it up just a little bit. And then we will cover it and let it turn it down on low, and we will simmer it for about 25 minutes. And that's when I put my corn into this pot. And by the time by the time the cornbread gets done, everything else is going to be done as well. Okay, guys, it is boiling, and I'm going to turn it down to simmer. And I'm going to put a lid on it. And this is the corn I have left. Now, I've actually got quite a few bagged corn that I'm in up here in this freezer. So I've got that in. Okay, I will see you back when I pull all this off. I just want to tell y'all, the jambalaya and the Mexican cornbread was delicious. You've got to try the Mexican cornbread. It really is good. Okay, guys, that's it for me tonight. I want to thank you for hanging with me. Please like this video and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.